everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Terry. If this is your first time visiting my channel, be sure to check out all the other videos. I have a lot of Disney content right now, but I'm kind of trying to transition into lifestyle, music, and Disney all kind of intertwined into one. I thought I would sit down and intro the video before I kind of get to more like a vlog style kind of thing. I am obsessed with crunchy chickpeas, like roasted in the oven. They are a process. They take a minute, but not a minute. They take like an hour. But I finally narrowed down like how to do it and how to make them perfect and crunchy, like not soggy. Like there's not one that's going to be questionable. They're all going to be crunchy. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. If you like chickpeas, like this video because they're delicious. And subscribe for more. Okay, bye. I mean, not bye. Hello. I'm gonna pick up the camera now. I'm gonna go downstairs. Welcome to my family's kitchen. Step one, you need chickpeas. Let me grab those. We've got Unico chickpeas. This is a big can. It's 796 milliliters, 28 fluid ounces of chickpeas and juices, I guess. I'm gonna probably use the whole thing of it. Last time I took some out of it and I just want some more like extra so we can have later. I just rinsed the top of the can because that's just a thing that my family does. And I'm gonna open the can. There's stuff in the sink, so I'm not gonna show a shot of the sink, but basically I'm gonna use a strainer and I'm gonna drain the water out of the can, keeping the chickpeas left. All right, I got my chickpeas. They're just doing a little drippity drip. Now I'm going to preheat the oven. I'm gonna grab a, what's it called? A sheet pan. I'm gonna grab a sheet pan that's big enough to hold all of these chickpeas. I like one that has like a lip. I hate when oil drips off the pan and into the oven because then your fire alarm just keeps going off. All right, so I didn't do anything to the chickpeas. I didn't leave them out. I didn't really, actually, maybe I'll take a paper towel and just kind of take it super loosely just to get some of the moisture out of it. But, ooh, there's a not so fresh one right here. Ew, it's like green. Okay, toss that away. Oh, there's another one. I don't know if that was bad or whatever. So just to take some of the moisture out to make the drying process a little bit easier, but really what makes them, I think it's the game changer of this recipe, is drying them out in the oven. So I just turned the oven on to preheat. I'm gonna put them on the sheet pan without any like parchment paper or tinfoil or anything like that. I'm just gonna spread them out. It's a lot of chickpeas. And you can take these like little casings and toss them if you want. I've read some things that are like, go through every single chickpea, take them all off, like all the little things. But who in the heck has time for that? Nobody. So I'm just gonna peel, like take off the ones that I see just floating about. I mean, you can leave them. They'll probably like crisp up and be good, but I'd rather not. And then I'm taking that paper towel that I was holding in my hand and just kind of roll it on there. They're still pretty wet, but that won't matter because we're gonna stick them in the oven to dry out. The oven is preheating. It's been preheating for like the minutes that I've just filmed those clips. And I'm gonna stick it in the oven as quick as I can. So now pretty much we wait for the oven to be preheated. That's roughly the amount of time that I leave them in to dry out. Sometimes if they're like extra wet, like I leave them in a little bit longer after the oven's preheated, but yeah. So in the meantime, we can make what we will toss the peas in. So let me grab a bowl. Like a bowl like this size would work for my chickpea amount. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to fill the bowl with oil, garlic powder, and salt. I'm just taking good old canola oil from Longo's. That's a grocery store in Canada. Just got garlic powder, garlic powder, and salt. We only have coarse salt. I'd probably recommend like just like a regular table salt, like finer, because it's more evenly spread out. But we'll work with what we got. I gotta open this. For this quantity of chickpeas because there's a bunch. I'm probably gonna add a tablespoon of oil, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then that's like my minimum. If at the very end I want to season them some more, I can do that, but this is kind of like my base, so they cook with something. So I got my mixture, and all I gotta do is just give it a little mix. That was it preheated. But I'm gonna leave them in a little longer. Yeah, just a little longer to dry them out. They are looking good. You can kind of tell when they're like dried out enough. I might just give them a quick little shake and then leave them in, excuse me, for like 2 more minutes. Look, my voice is going out. All right, I think I'm gonna take them out. Don't forget your mitts. I wanna say they've been in there for like, I wanna say 7 minutes, but don't quote me on the timing. I'm just kind of zhuzhing them so they don't get stuck on the bottom. But I'm just gonna give them a second to maybe stop steaming. They've been sitting here for just a few seconds. They're still kind of steaming, but I wanna move this along. I got my oily mixture thing. Kind of carefully get them in the bowl. Oh, we lost a few. And I just squished one. Ew. I'm gonna mix the chickpeas so that they're as evenly coated as I can get them. And then I'm gonna grab my parchment paper and line my pan. Be careful because it's still hot. And then take the chickpeas and put them on the pan. You want them to be as spread out as possible so that they can cook properly. A little shake. And in they go. I like to toss them maybe a little bit too much. For this time, I think I'm gonna do every 20 minutes, up to an hour. So I'm gonna set my timer for 20 minutes, basically 3 times. All right, I took them out and I'm just going to kind of zhuzh them around. All right, back in the oven they go. For me, I keep opening the oven. Sometimes I just like preheat the oven and I don't feel guilty about it. I don't know if that actually really helps, but whatever. Took out the chickpeas, giving them another little shake. I put the chickpeas back in for 15 minutes and I'm gonna stay close to the oven just to make sure that they don't burn. They probably won't, just in case. There's 2 minutes left on my timer. I set it for 15 minutes, but I think I'm gonna add the 5 minutes back. It's just judgment call on the like level of toastiness that they like appear to be. I feel like they're not done. Yeah, they're not done. Going back in. I'm gonna put them in for another 15 minutes because I don't wanna overdo them. All right, there's 4 minutes left. I took a peek and I'm ready for them to be done. I'm gonna take them out quickly to show you the color. So this is what they look like. They're a little bit more browner than before. I can already tell that they're done. I guess it's because it's trial and error. So I really just put them in for 11 more minutes than what I said. So I'm gonna turn the oven off and I'm gonna stick them back in for an additional 15 minutes. I don't really worry about them too much because like the oven's off. Ooh, and I lost one. Sadness. Okay. They're good, they're done. They're to my color liking and I'm sure they're to my crunch liking. Let's take one and see if it crunches. Okay, oh my god, it's hot in my hand. Okay. Freaking crunchy, not soggy. Let's do another one. Crunchy, delicious, amazing. Okay, to recap, I'll leave everything in the description below. My instructions that I've written down. It's gonna depend on your oven, maybe even your elevation, like where you live in the world, because I know that affects cooking. The one thing that you gotta do, don't put too much salt at the beginning. You can salt them after. Dry them out in the oven at your desired temperature. Keep them in, make sure you toss them at 350 in increments of 15 to 20 minutes and leave them in to an hour. I did an hour and 10 minutes in total, and then turn off the oven and leave it in for an additional 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, that's my recipe and those are my tips and tricks on how to make them crunchy, guaranteed. If you have any suggestions on different flavor combinations, I know I made mine just like plain kind of garlic flavor, but if you have other like tried and true spices that you like to add to your roasted chickpea recipe, comment them down below and subscribe if you want more, you know, lifestyle, Disney content. I don't even know what my channel is, but it's fine. One more thing I should mention, I've never had leftovers that I wanted to like pack up and eat the next day. So I don't really know how long they keep and how long they last. I would definitely suggest airtight container, Ziploc bag ones, they're definitely cool. Hey, this is me after right about to pack up the chickpeas, and I did a little Google search, and I think I'm settling on just eating them in the bowl with a little paper towel on top. I think the plastic bag method might not be as good. I think from my Googling, that's the best method. They're so freaking good.